All right then, good morning and a warm welcome back to the Awakened Imagination Coffee Break Manifestation Show. Oh, mouthful. I'm Orchid, identity-based miracles coach, and like I said yesterday, we're touching on a few concepts in regards of the training session we're having on Friday. Just wrapping your brain mind around that and to understand. You also know that it's short videos, so it's not a lot of information, but I'll elaborate to a great extent on that when we meet on Friday morning, this coming 3rd September. Okay, let's deep dive into this. Let me just say this before we deep dive into it. Remember yesterday I asked the question why and how and the what around that. The first question was, why should I do this? Well, in the end, you have to realize if you struggle in life, if you have financial problems, relationships problems, health problems, and you don't change your identity, nothing will change in your life. I shared that with you yesterday. The idea you have a poverty consciousness, you'll never become wealthy in your life. You'll never become rich beyond your wildest dreams. Yes, you can reach peaks in regards to your finances, but you'll self-sabotage and lose all that again. Maybe most probably you've already experienced. I've done that in my life. I've experienced those same things. So it's about the why. If you keep on doing what you're doing, you'll keep on achieving the same results. So you have to wrap your brain mind around that. The reason why you're doing this is to have a different experience, different expression of who you really are. And why is this different than other courses? Well, the reason why is what I've touched on. Your mind and body are part of the same system. This is the first time that I've developed this coaching program, and we've been driving it for a long time now. And the idea behind it is if you don't in your whole mind body have a change, your life will not change. So it's not only about changing the beliefs, because your subconscious memory determine those beliefs in the end being fulfilled in your life, and I'll touch more on that as we go on. And then the what, well, come see us on Friday morning, join us on Friday morning or Friday afternoon, depending on where you which time suits you best, and I'll elaborate more on that. So let's just start our training session this morning. Good. Now, change your memory, change your life. That's a given. You have to change your identity. Now, what we experience in life, we live on a linear plane. We have a past, we have a present, and we have a future. Some of us have good futures. Some of us keep on repeating the old futures in our lives. So we have to change that. Now, what we have to realize, this part of our life, from our past to our present, consists of our memories, all our memories. And those memories now become a framework of reference. And that framework of reference determines what you do in your life. Now, like I shared yesterday with you, the first 7 years of your life are the most important in your life, because that's where your identity are formed. And if you don't tap into those identity-based thinking patterns and change it there, you'll keep on, you'll change your beliefs, but you'll go back to your old identity-based thinking patterns and therefore produce the same results. You've been there, haven't you? Okay. Now, what we have to realize is in this concept of memories, there's 3 different levels of memories in our lives. Well, basically, you've got 2 different memories, and I'll tap into the 3 now. Your 2 memories are what you think about yesterday and the day before yesterday and last week and so forth. But then there's also your childhood memories. But those memories in totality consist of 3 different departments, if I can phrase it that way. The first one is cognitive memories. It's where you start thinking about what you've experienced yesterday, last week, the day before that, and so on. So it's cognitive memory. Then the second memory is muscle memory. Your muscles have a memory. Think about this for a moment. You drive your motor vehicle and the indicators are on the right side. Now you take your car in for a service and they give you a car to borrow. And the indicators are on the left side. What do? You consistently put on the lights instead of the indicators, because your muscles have a memory. So when we work with memory change, we have to keep that in mind. And then the last one, which is the most important one, is cellular memories. And again, I don't have enough time now to elaborate on that. We'll do that on Friday morning and afternoon, depending on which choice you're going to make to do that. Cellular memory are the most important. There's more than 1 trillion cells in your body. And it's been proven that you can clone, in the mid-19th in London, they cloned a sheep. Exactly the same sheep from 1 cell, okay? Now, that cellular memory is of the utmost importance. If we don't change that on a theta level, you'll keep on, and that's where your memory, your identity are based, your cellular memory. So with that in mind, the concept that I've developed more than 12, 15 years ago in regards of change your memory, change your life, was based on a book that Neville Goddard wrote, and the book's title was The Pruning Shears of Revision. And in that, he explained to a great extent the influence that your memories, the past negative memories, have on your present experiences. And you change that memories, you'll change your life, which I developed a course about, presented it, produced phenomenal results. But in my own life, and with other students and clients that I work with, I discovered that people after a while revert back to the old habitual patterns. Why is that? because the childhood memories has not been revised. And I'll explain that to you to a great extent when we see each other on Friday morning. It's the childhood memories together with the current memories that you have to revive to experience different realities and different experiences in your life. So in the process of understanding mind and body are of the same system, you have to understand that the moment that you think on the moment you dwell on negative memories, you think negative thoughts, your brain will release certain hormones. And that hormones create stress in your life. The moment that stress are created, your prefrontal lobe will just shut down. Your brain, you can't think properly. Now we have 90 seconds to change that. We can do a revision in regards of thinking positive thoughts. And the moment you start thinking positive, 90 seconds down the line, your brain will start releasing positive hormones like serotonin, dopamine, and oxytocin. And those hormones will then open again your prefrontal brain so that you can think clearly and have clarity on what you have to do in the process of experiencing a different life. Now, why I'm saying this is because in the past, we just delved into the subconscious mind and tried to control every single thing out of there through the conscious. It doesn't work like that, because your conscious mind can only process 12 to 20 bits of information at the same time. But your subconscious now can process billions of bits of information at the same time. Your heartbeat, you breathe, your eyes flicker, etc. So through the conscious mind, we have to tap into the subconscious mind and allow the subconscious mind now to introduce us to different ways of thinking, a different identity in the process. So this is important, and I'll explain that to great detail when we get to it together on Friday morning, Friday afternoon, depending on your choice. So in closing this video, please remember, if you do not change your identity, and that's what I specialize in, helping people to change their identity, their consciousness about who they are. You can be broke, that's just a short period. But if you're poor, that's a consciousness, okay? That's an identity that you have in your life. Okay, you have to change the identity, and I'll show you how to do that on Friday morning. I'll also take the group into a session where we do childhood memory change, and I'll show you how effectively it works in doing that. So scroll down, book your seat, like the video so that we can just, like the video, leave comments, ask questions. I'll gladly answer to the best of my ability. But scroll down now when we finish here and book your seat. We have limited seating capacity and the seats are filling up fast. Okay, remember to have fun the rest of the day, and I'll see you on tomorrow's video and then on Friday. Okay, so remember to have fun.